Guadalajara's warm embrace of 80-degree weather, I braced myself for a journey back to Denver, a place I used to call home. My destination? A snowstorm waiting for me on the other side. First, there was a brief stop in California, a bridge between two worlds. The California sun was a warm space where I prepared myself for the cold. The chill of the Colorado storm hit like a slap, but there's something magical about arriving in a city blanketed in snow. A stillness is present in the cold. Even though it's no longer my home, the memories here are thick as snowflakes falling around me.
And it's cold, but it's snowing!
The first full day started with a reunion. Despite the snowstorm, my friend April made the trek to meet me. We ventured to the Apple store for some tech upgrades, then Lululemon to replace some worn-out pants, moving and jumping around in them to make sure they could keep up with my life. Retail therapy in the cold always seems more justified. Lunch at Cherry Cricket reminded me why Denver has some of my favorite food spots. Comfort, flavor, and the right company make all the difference.
Cherry Cricket!
From there, it was time for a little self-care. My favorite hair designer, X, gave me a fresh cut at Scissorhands in Thornton before I drove back into Denver for an eyebrow touch-up. I then made my way to Green Valley Ranch to have pizza with John, my best buddy, and his son, Bo. Later that night, I met Danielle, my longest and dearest friend. We sang songs in my car, then toasted to old memories and new beginnings over a few beers at Joyride Brewing. Saturday started slower. Time with my dad is always grounding, a chance to reconnect and be present.
Watching football. The
later morning and afternoon were filled with movement and memories at Root to Rise Yoga Studio in Denver. Hot yoga and Tai Chi with my former students was more than a workout. It was a reunion of energy and spirit. The evening brought me back to John's for dinner with some of my closest friends, my family. John's lemon pasta and chicken cutlets were divine, but the real nourishment came from the love and connection we shared. Sunday began with breakfast at the Green Collective in Wash Park. Suzanne and I shared laughs and delicious food before I traveled across the Denver area with flowers in hand, the mountains in the background covered in snow, to Thornton. It was Barbara, my goddess mother's birthday, and we celebrated with a feast at United Chinese Restaurant, one of our favorites. Robot waiters ready to help us to our seats and deliver tasty food. The day ended with beers at Prost's, then karaoke with Karen and Amy, my book club members and dear friends. Our voices may not have been pitch perfect, but the laughter was. Monday brought a journey across the city to lunch with Lauren, my work partner from last year. Over Olive Garden breadsticks, we reminisced about our time working together. Then it was coffee with my yoga mentor, Natasha, a reminder of how far I've come and how much I value the guidance of incredible and brilliant people. A highlight of my trip was surprising my former Kung Fu students at sunset at the Bubble Museum.
Oh my God.
We nearly had the entire place to ourselves as we got to play around in balloons and other things that represented bubbles. Their joy and energy reminded me of the positive impact we had on each other's lives, and I feel lucky that we got to spend some time together. I really miss them. Tuesday, my last day, I spent the day gathering a few belongings from storage and then revisiting Thornton Middle School where I once taught. It was bittersweet seeing my former life and all the people I used to work with while realizing how much has changed.
My buddy.
That evening, I returned to Root to Rise for a class with Andy, the studio's owner and a dear friend, who's been a constant support and cheerleader throughout the years. Yoga has always been a bridge between the old and the new, grounding me in the present. Before leaving, I shared a final beer with John. It was the perfect way to end my trip, a reminder of the enduring friendships that make Denver special. As I flew back to Guadalajara, I realized something profound. Denver, once my home, is now a cherished chapter. My heart now belongs here in Mexico. This is where I'm building my future, embracing the culture and carving a new path. Home isn't just a place. It's where you feel alive, connected, and at peace. And for now, home is here. This is Pato's Path. Follow along to keep walking this journey together.